Welcome to Old Man Wisdom. First off, I have an apology that I missed last week's EURUSD analysis last week. So we're just going to quickly recap last week and look at what we might expect for the EURUSD this week in a Forex chart forecast. So firstly, when it comes to price action, you might recall that just the other week, I wanted price to move up to this multi-time frame moving average, which the marks and lines are still here from a couple of weeks ago. That's what price did. It moved up to the moving average, and hopefully you caught a sell-off. You noticed that price was stalling around this level, and you could have caught maybe nearly 80 pips on this drop here. Hopefully you did. And of course, since then, you'll notice that price broke through the multi-time frame moving average, made a lovely pullback. And had I have done the chart analysis last week, I would have been highlighting the fact that price is already stalling at around this level and we would be looking to buy. This red line up here is ultimately the next area that we want to keep in mind. This area here is 1.08300 roughly. And so although we missed last week, you'll notice that price did indeed push right up, but didn't reach this level, this red line up here. And so into this week, you'll see that price pushed up, made a new higher high, but then it kind of broke with structure a little bit. You notice here that it broke this low here and pushed down to what we might consider to be a downward trend. However, price then broke with structure, moving upwards. And so for next week, personally speaking, I'm not surprised that there's a possible reversal upwards to here, to this area up here. That's what I would like to see for next week. So remember, this is the 1.08300 area. And what I would like to see for next week is for price to push up to on or around this area up here. And then if price stalls, I'd like to be looking to sell. My take profit would be somewhere around this multi-time frame moving average. Now, obviously, it might be a little bit higher than this next week, but I will be looking for price to push up to this level. I'd like to see some wicks. I'd like to see price stalling at this level and then for price to drop away. And the reason why this is a key level for me personally is because it's a key area on the weekly time frame of the Euro-USD. So I've plotted this area as well as this one lower down here earlier. A couple of weeks ago, remember it bounced off of this red line here. So that's what I would like to see for next week. Be careful, because if price does make a big move and cut through this area, we might see a pullback and price go even higher. But if you see price stalling around this area, then of course you might be looking for a nice profitable sell. So that's my analysis when it comes to price action on the Euro-USD 1 hour chart. Let's look over to the same chart, the 1 hour chart on the Euro-USD. So this is the same chart, the Euro-USD, but this time we use our indicators. And you remember that a couple of weeks ago now, I was saying that I wanted price to push down to this area, the multi-time frame moving average, and for price to move back up, which is exactly what it did. So last week there were actually no trades anyway on this indicator. And even this week, you notice we had a sell trade here, which we would have ignored because price is above the multi-time frame moving average. And then we had a buy opportunity just a few hours ago. However, the stop loss is way too big and there's no way we would have taken this trade. So what might we expect for next week? Well, personally speaking, I would like price to come back down to on or around this multi-time frame moving average. And then I would like to see a buy opportunity. Now, we would only take a buy if we had a signal from this MACD based indicator. But yeah, that's what I would like to see next week. So if we had any sell signals, we would ignore them all the time that price is above this moving average. But if price comes down and then returns back up and gives us a buy opportunity, ideally around this area next week. So we'd like to see a nice bounce off of this multi-time frame moving average. And then you notice down here the MACD would have to come back in near to the 0 line and then back above these two blue lines in order to give us the buy signal for next week. So that's what I would like to see next week. Like I say, last week when price moved back down to this moving average, we didn't get the buy signal from the MACD. But this week, the MACD is near enough already to the 0 line. So for next week, we could well see a nice buy opportunity here on the EURUSD using the 1 hour power MT4 indicator. And so that's it for the price action analysis as well as the Forex indicator analysis on the EURUSD. Like I said, sorry that I missed the video last week. I don't miss many, but unfortunately it couldn't be helped last week. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to watch more videos like this, click the link below and you'll see a list of my videos from the previous weeks and months. So in the meantime, have a fantastic weekend, take care, and I'll be speaking to you very, very soon.